All right, when we talk about active defending and dealing with balls over the top, back line, this first clip, you can see our left back, number 5. Basically, this is kind of one of those situations where a lot of outside backs don't know where to go. They get caught in no man's land. But the thing I want you to understand is if there's nothing in behind to worry about and we have cover, we can send our outside backs higher up the pitch to deny anything that pops out, especially centrally, and really a chance to step on the other team's throat, as I like to say. This next clip is almost a carbon copy of the previous one. Number 5, you can see him in the central part of the field, just kind of in no man's land, not really marking anybody, but space, could step on. Onto the ball that actually gets played out. Instead, just kind of backpedals. There, you can see right here, there's only one player threatening the back line, and we have 2 center backs in behind covering. So really an opportunity, just like the first one, to step up and keep the ball deep in their zone. Here's another example of just a clearance. This should be easily dealt with. You can see right here, our center back is late. There's nobody else in behind for Clarke University, so we can step him on, win the ball in front of that striker, and it's easy pickings for us. But we concede a foul for no reason. This next clip may seem like just a little thing, but it ends up causing us major trouble on the other end. As you can see, we have a central midfielder that is clearly late to step, and as you know, we have other chances to win the ball. They break out. This ends up being a pretty dangerous chance on the other end as it goes wide and then eventually served in the box, but you know, and not easily dealt with. But if we go back to the very beginning of the clip, it really is something that is so simple. If we just push players on, and we have a chance to win the ball higher up the field and not let players turn out. Because when we're late and players turn out, they can easily find other options, and then maybe we're late to get to that ball, and then eventually the ball, what seemed very innocent, ends up being a very dangerous chance on frame. As we turn our attention to dealing with balls over the top, behind our back line, you can see this is on their side of the field in transition. Clearly, we should be starting position should be outside the 18. We should be holding a high line, and as you can see, our back line now, plenty of space to operate behind them. So I think this should be the goalkeeper's ball. We have plenty of defensive help, and as you can see the spacing here, it's too tight because our starting position is too tight. So we need to either be outside of our 18 and clear this or keep possession, or we need to drop off and give our defenders plenty of room. But that spacing is going to cause problems for our defenders and possibly cause a dangerous situation because they're confused as to what to do. As we take another look, the defender handles it well, but I think we need to drop off and give our defender an option if we're not going to come there. But I think ultimately playing outside the box and taking control of that situation not only saves your defender that sprint back, they can open up and keep possession, but also instills confidence in the team. This next clip is a little bit nitpicky, but there's just a small little situation I want us to be aware of. So our center back's going to be pulled wide and win this ball, and what I want you to take a look at is our opposite center back, our right center back, coming too far over. I think he wants to help out in case the left center back loses the ball, but at the same time, when it's clear that our left center back's going to win the ball, I think it's important that for spacing and possession, you, the goalkeeper, become that option and not have the right center back drift in too far. As you can see at the top of the screen on the left side, there's a player that's is sort of open on the in the middle of the 18, and you want to kind of hedge your bet if you're the right center back to be able to cover that ground, and you can still get if the player were to win the ball at the left center back, you can still get there. And it's a poor shooting angle, but you definitely don't want to give up that central area. This next clip is just on their side of half, so deep from our goal. It's pretty obvious he's going to drive a long ball in here. They're chasing the game, but you can see him kind of rubbing his chin. It's pretty obvious. It's not like he plays so quick that we can't react, but nothing comes of it. But that ball bouncing in behind our back line is not a good look, and something that we should want to take pride in, either being there early and shielding the ball out, or winning a header and being available for second balls with our midfielders and backs. And finally, the last clip from this series for this game, you can see it's a long ball driven out under pressure, deep in their end. So we should be well outside our 18. You can see our center backs both facing our goal, so we need to be an option here. Obviously, it's bouncing, so a header is on, and I think, in the end we do well with it. But if that ball is headed out just a little bit, because it checks up here with some backspin, if it's headed out a little bit softer, I think we can be a little bit higher to help out our back there and make sure that it doesn't turn into a breakaway. It's not like he's running into the ball with a ton of power. So he did well with that header, but I think we can be a little bit more connected, knowing that it's going to be a header back to us, so that we just make sure we're safe there.